18 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. We're talking about something, pigeon peas. They're a staple in the Caribbean kitchen. They're tied to many of our traditions and is one pea that is unmatched in versatility. So versatile, in fact, that pigeon peas have a festival of their own. Joining us on set this morning are some representatives from the Pigeon Peas Festival to share more with us and talk about the 10th anniversary. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Good pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you back on the show, we must say as well. So Pigeon Peas is getting the respect that it deserves. So Dr. Joseph Alexander, we're going to start with you first. How are you?
Fine, thank you, and I'm happy to be here again and to have a conversation with you and your audience.
100%. And Myrtle, how are you feeling?
I am good. I am good. Excited.
We are excited too. And Florence,
Yes.
How are you feeling this morning?
Well, I'm happy to be here, and we are looking forward to this 10th year of our Pigeon Peas Festival.
We are looking forward to it, but before we get to what's happening for the 10th year, let's go back to what started this. So, Chairperson, can you give us a little history behind the Pigeon Peas Festival and that unique relationship that we have with it?
Okay. It's a lot, as I said. But the festival itself is a part of a larger project
Right.
that we identify as part of our organization. With our organization is the Upper Cemetery Street Residents Association. And when the process began, when we had to get training in the whole NGO business, and we had to choose a project, and it's STAT, right, which is sustainability through agriculture and tourism. So
Wonderful.
what I'm saying is that the Pigeon Peas Festival came as an aspect of that. And of course, we were told that we have to look at choose a project that would sort of build on resources that we had available to us. Hence the reason for STAT. And the Pigeon Peas Festival was one of the celebration. The idea was born, actually. The idea was sort of given to us in the training to have a festival.
Wow.
Yes.
How does it feel to see the idea now be here in its 10th year?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. It's a long journey, I would say. I mean, not the easiest one, but we are happy that we have dealt with all the challenges, and we are here to celebrate the 10th one.
And we're happy that you're here with us in
Yes.
studio this morning. Now, let's talk a little bit about what is going to be at the Pigeon Peas Festival, because as we can see, viewers, this table is packed with demonstrations of the versatility of pigeon peas. So what can we look forward to?
Well, we could look forward to the vendors. We will have about 30 to 40 vendors would be there on the day. To get into our Pigeon Peas Festival, you must do a Pigeon Peas project.
Okay.
Or a product, or if you're doing craft, it must also be based on pigeon peas. So we have the craft segment, and we have the food segment. So these vendors come in with all their various products, and we have a testing for the first set of people who will be entering the festival for the very first time. For those who had originally been there, well, they just bring their
Well, it's wonderful, as you mentioned, craft, because we can see the beautiful jewellery that you have on. Pigeon Peas jewellery, inspirational to say the least.
But this started the second year after in 2016. So we had the clothing, we had a fashion show. So today I did wear some of the jewelry that was displayed, the earrings, the chain, the bangles. Those were jewelry that we made on the second year of the Pigeon Peas Festival.
It's wonderful, and it's great to see, of course, that there is the consistency with the Pigeon Peas Festival and that there's such diversity that can come out of this one pea. Dr. Joseph Alexander, tell us, how are things going so far preparation-wise?
Well, what I could say, we're pumping. And yes, that constant communication, whether it be with the ministry, institutions involved in agriculture, the vendors, participants, to get the word out. And falling back on the concept of the sustainability through agriculture and tourism, I think is really great, as you say, that there's this diversity around how we could get people engaged. Some persons will say, well, oh, that, from a culinary perspective, wow, all this could be done with Pigeon Peas. Those who are coming in for the events happening in January, February, they could say, oh, well, I have something to go to, and it's Pigeon Peas, and the diaspora will say, oh, I remember how it was when I was here. So it really encapsulate a lot of energy, and we're looking forward to seeing everyone come on board, our faithful followers and the new followers and the diaspora, if they are coming in.
Now, as you mentioned, faithful followers, and of course those who are just learning today are going to be coming. Can we have some more information as to where the festival is taking place and the time?
Okay, so we are going back to Covine Road.
Oh, very good.
Where it all started. So the festival will be on the Covine Road, and it will be on January the 27th, starting from 10 a.m. And especially because this is the 10th year, we want to celebrate and honor those sponsors and those members who have been faithful in the process. And so between the hours of 12:15 to 1:45, there'll be a formal program where we will honor and celebrate where we have come and where we want to go. And I say want to go because there are some other initiatives in the pipeline: Circle the Covine hike and the Flower Park, some of which would also be shared during that time.
Wonderful. So we're looking at 10 years in the future. You're going to be back here, and we're going to be talking about the 20th anniversary of the Pigeon Peas Festival.
We look forward. We are looking forward.
Tell us, what else can we look forward to? I mean, we've mentioned, of course, there are some vendors. You said there's a formal program, but we know many times, especially with the Pigeon Peas Festival, it's all about community.
Yes.
And we have that community involvement. So what else can we look forward to contribution-wise?
Well, the Pigeon Peas Festival have the aspect, there will be a health aspect of it. The Lions of Success Laventille will be putting it on, so even though you come for the whole event of itself, you could get your blood pressure, your blood sugar, all of that will be available to all the participants who will be able to partake on that particular day. We have the steel pan, we have the Moko Jumbies, we have Black Stage, we have Extempo, we have Calypsonian, we have a pack entertainment aspect of it. So when you come, you will be entertained, so you're getting your health, you're getting your entertainment, and we have people from other areas coming in by the busload, so there'll be parking available for everybody.
So how many people would you say we're looking forward to? Because I know last year was very well attended.
Yeah. We're looking for 500, and it could be more. It could be more. We are looking for more.
Well, we always have the 500,
Right.
so we're trying to aim for the 1,000 because we have about.
Yeah, but for me, the idea of being back on Covine Road is very important for our community, to get a little more involvement of the people in the community. So, for example, the persons who live in the immediate space where we are going to operate, we have invited them to be part of the festival, especially in terms of doing something to contribute to the showcasing of Pigeon Peas.
Something that is so important. We
Yes.
just have a little bit of time left, but one of the things we'd love to just touch on is the relationship with Diego Martin and Pigeon Peas. It is so special.
And I would love to speak on that in a sense, because even as I stand here, we are standing on the shoulders of our ancestors, because Diego Martin has a rich history, and especially in the area, the Covine and the Cemetery Street area, where our ancestors, our foreparents, used to do a lot of gardening. And pigeon peas was one of the main crop, And even as I stand here, I remember some of them, Mr. Felix, Mr. Santo, Sleepy, Miss Concy, Miss Beulah, and Sonny, and so much more, So that is important for us to remember. And this is how you'll hear people boast about Covine Road or the Diego Martin area having the best pigeon peas, And so I'm saying that to say that this whole pigeon peas business is owned, really, and celebrated by the people of Covine and its environment.
It is, and of course, we are looking
Yes.
forward to taking part in the celebrations happening on the 27th of January. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. And
Thank
thank you, of
you.
course, for preserving our history, keeping it alive.
Yes.
That's what we need. This is the Now Morning Show. The Pigeon Peas Festival is happening on the 27th of January. You do not want to miss it, and you don't want to miss what's coming up next. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a few moments.